Hey there folks, this is David on David's Brain. Welcome back to our ongoing Let's Play of Metaphor ReFantazio for the PS5. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, and contribute to my Patreon link in the description at the bottom. Alright, so last time, let's see, we got ourselves some arcs going on with Brigitte and Stroll. Yeah, I got with the potential inheritance and also a bit of Brigitte's backstory, but yeah, kind of the small potatoes compared to, what's going on right now. So, thanks to the King's magic, there is now a tournament for the throne going on right now, and the two best candidates are Louise and Forden. And we can't as much as we don't want Louise to win, we can't exactly let Forden win either. So And as the King's magic decreed, anybody has a potential chance to run to be a king. Anyone has a potential chance to run. So, I think it's high. So the best way to deal with Louise and Forden is to go and play their game and win.
Let's enter this tournament for the throne.
Huh? Hey, were you even listening to us?
Oh,
Besides,
I was.
The prince isn't exactly in a position to take part in...
Wait. It sounds crazy, but I think he might be onto something there. This could be just the excuse we need to get close to Luis. He doesn't care about your tribe so long as you prove capable, yes? That's what Zorba was saying. Which means, even though the world looks down on you as an elder, having the power to kill humans puts you in his good graces.
You're going to make him a candidate for the throne?
Yep.
All we need to do is get Luis's attention, then that's sure to get the job done. If we're lucky, he might even try to recruit us.
I see. An undercover operation, is it? Quite a gambit. But it may well be our best chance at finding this formula.
Just hold on a second. Getting Luis's attention is all well and good. But remember who's actually risking their life here.
Infiltrating Luis's ranks will be dangerous. If I find out, I'll be as good as dead. But hey...
What do you think? Having heard all this, do you want to enter the running?
Oh, hell yeah!
Of course I do.
No hesitation at all.
Right.
I'm reminded of the words the prince spoke to me in our youth.
In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. No matter who someone is, they deserve a fair country. If it's to help achieve that, I will stand for the prince as a candidate for the throne.
Sheesh. So much for being a guide. Now you're the one leading me around.
Yeah, better get used to it.
Has marked you a fine fit for the role. I have trusted you with my life before, and would gladly do so again.
Alright, Grius' journal. Well, better go and stake my claim there.
Good heavens. Haven't you put yourself in enough danger?
Not nearly.
I don't want you going down the same path he did. Are you really this set on running off again?
Damn right I am.
Yes. I've got a job to do.
Huh. Familiar words. I'll be cheering for you in this mess of a competition. Truth be told, I wish I could do more than feed and shelter you.
Oh, trust me, you're doing more than enough.
Competition.
It's a big, grand race to see who will be the next king. The whole country will be watching.
So you're going to try and become king? Wow! Then I'll cheer for you as loud as I can.
You have your first advocate, it seems.
Suppose you'll have to actually try for the throne now, eh? Your Majesty.
Well, I mean, hey, I kind of have to now, don't I?
That was the plan from the start.
That's the spirit.
Well, if we want Luis to notice you, we'll have to make quite a stir among the people. Maybe reaching for the throne will do it.
Does that mean you're not coming back?
No, we'll be back. Although we might be a while.
I don't like when it gets lonely.
Maria.
But I'll be cheering for you. I hope you win the race. You'd be a good king.
Well, I hope so.
Thank you for your support.
Yeah.
Now, We'd best get registration out of the way, but we need some legs for the journey. It's mostly lawless wastes between cities.
Judging by this specified deadline, we're unlikely to reach the Principality of Oceana's capital in time on foot.
I bet all these fancy nobles have their own gauntlet runners to ride in.
A carriage might save our chances, if we could find one. Perhaps we split up for now. I'll leave you two to the registration. They should be taking entrance at the recruitment center.
Alright, well, then again...
This should be the place, right?
Yep.
Excuse us, we're looking to join the tournament for the throne.
Aye? Bit young, ain't ya? And who's the kid? He with you?
I'm the one who's... yeah, sorry, buddy. I'm the one who's asking the questions here.
I'm asking the questions here.
Did I just hear you right, mate?
Damn right you
Don't
did.
make him mad. You're gonna make this more difficult.
Well, I'd not have thought it, but you're an elder, ain't ya? And you want to be king. Well, the novelty of it might win you some looks.
Could you just do your job, please? Can he register or not?
Ah, an elder. Now that I think of it, weren't you in that pack of recruits that went off to the northern fort? Thought I heard they were all wiped out. What? We got a deserter turning up.
Ah, crap.
No, they said he'd just dragged the company down, so they left him at the capital. He, got on the captain's bad side.
Could swear I've seen you before, too. Well, hardly matters with no captain to verify it with. Go on, then. You can represent the lesser tribes so nobody complains.
Hooray, minority support!
That was a close one.
And, obviously, you're gonna need a carriage. Otherwise, the whole thing's off for you. You're obligated to attend the opening ceremony tomorrow. It'll be at the plaza at the Grand Cathedral. Don't be late.
We'll have to hope Hulkenberg can find us a carriage.
As for us, I expect we should see about finding a monster to slay. If it's not impressive enough, Luis won't look twice at you.
Yeah, it's not like we can find another human.
Some postings over there. They should be offering bounties on monsters the guard can't handle. Let's take a look.
Perfect. Let's find the biggest, baddest beastie of them all and say, yes, please.
Looks like everyone else had the same idea.
One of these bounties is bound to make me stand out. But which? Bigger is probably better.
Hang on! There's nothing but small-time contracts here.
Are you not here for this tournament, then? Bit slow, I'm afraid. Most of my worthiest monster bills have already been snapped up by other competitors.
How about requests on anything aside from monsters? Bounties include criminals too, right?
I suppose I've got one of those, yeah.
Let's see. Ugh, he's horrible. Heisme, a villainous kidnapper. Looks like the army's been trying to catch him for a while now.
Perfect.
This might just be perfect.
You have any idea who that is?
Oh, what in the name of all things sacred are you? Okay, I did know they had purple leopards here, and oh my god, look at this toolbox.
That man's an elite. An ex-royal knight, they say. He'd make short work of a scrawny little urchin. You can be sure of that. Besides, didn't you hear what it is they're actually looking for?
Oh, of course. It's about whoever can bring in the biggest monster head, right?
If you imbeciles can't even get that straight, you've no chance at winning. They want kingly types, not children play acting.
So what are you doing here then?
Stuck up little... Is that the kind of competition we can expect?
He was right about the rules, though. What are you thinking?
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
We're supposed to get a monster's head. So why are you going for a criminal? Any idea what he's up to?
Well, hey, they said a monster. They didn't say it had to be a... they said a monster. They didn't say it had to be, well... Let's see. They said a monster. They didn't say it had to be a beast.
Maybe he just wants to stop the criminal's evil deeds.
We've got more important things to worry about.
Don't worry, I'll explain everything later.
As long as you can convince Hulkenberg, I guess.
Ho there!
Are you really taking the bounty on Haisme?
Yep.
You three must be heaven sent. Please, would you listen to our plight?
Alright, so what's the deal with this Haisme guy?
Your pardon, gentlemen. I'm Barden, a guard captain for Matira, a town to the south. The bounty on Haisme is up at my behest.
A guard captain? This fellow's made some powerful enemies.
Perfect.
Can he afford lenience? On top of his past crimes, Haisme has stooped to abducting our wee ones. Our children. Selling them off, some say.
Oh.
If our city becomes known for nightly disappearances, what sane resident would stay? Community and trade will dwindle and die.
But he's just a lone kidnapper, right? Even if he's some infamous criminal, why can't the guard handle it?
That's the trouble. He makes his hideout somewhere too dangerous for our soldiers to tread. Deep in the territory of vicious giant worms. We've no idea how he manages to operate out there without getting devoured himself.
I see. Tricky problem indeed.
I'd no choice but to swallow my pride and post a bounty. Yet no matter how many times I renew the bill, none have taken it. A pitiful sight, isn't it? A soldier who can't protect his home, whether by strength or by surrender. Laugh if you must.
Oh, bloody, why the hell will we ever laugh?
We would never laugh at such a plight.
You only cast away your honor in the name of protection. Nothing pitiful in that. Swallow your pride no more, man. We'll take your contract.
Thanks to you. That you'd accept such a perilous request, even with this tournament looming over everything. Closure, thank you all. And thank God for bringing you to me. In that case, we shall meet in Martira, the old castle town. Please, make haste.
Alright, Martira. Got it.
Well, no backing out of this now. You sure this is what we want?
Exactly.
Yeah, I see it. If we want to make a big impact this late, it's going to take some creativity. Besides, this is apparently a knight-turned-kidnapper. The man can't be allowed to go on. What would His Royal Highness do in our place?
I guess that's fair.
I'll convince Hulkenberg. Somehow. You go on and accept the contract.
And yeah, it's not exactly like we can just go out and find another human to go and reduce some mulch. Yeah, no, if we want to make an impression, we're going to need to go and find this Haisme guy and bring him in. Martyria, Old Castle Town. A town southwest of Grand Strat off the main road. The development of a town originally formed around Kirigante Castle, a military stronghold of the Annex War. The town's distance from the main road gives it a sense of isolation and, some say, a certain gloom. One of Ucronia's closest towns to the Oceanian border, which made it a cornerstone of Ucronia's defense against Oceania during the Annex War. The relatively flat terrain affords the castle's watchtower a clear view of the town's environs. Any movement or mobilization from Oceania was thus immediately observed, making it impossible to launch a surprise attack on the town, especially as the war predated the invention of the swift, powerful gauntlet runners of modern fame. However, its time as the keystone of Ucronia's front lines has long since passed into history. And yet, the Principality of Oceania, one of the kingdom of Ucronia's 3 constituent countries, occupying its westernmost lands, the Oceanian capital, port of Riohaven, is the largest trade port in the kingdom. Owing to a history of extensive sea route trade with civilians and pirates alike, it's been known for its powerful navy since before the Annex War, and a rich culture centered on its warriors of the sea. Ooh, so, yeah, it's a navy town, eh? And yep, the Tournament for the Throne. A large-scale tournament where the prospective candidates compete to gain the approval of the people. The winner of this popularity contest will then be crowned king. And the crowned theocracy proclaimed themselves to be the organizers after the invocation of the royal magic by the previous king. The stated purpose is for candidates to prove their worth by completing tasks while visiting the 3 capitals of the United Kingdoms. But could there be an ulterior motive? Yeah, whatever... yeah, whatever he's up to here. Yeah, whatever Fortin's up to here. Yeah. They've laid down the gauntlet, so... The only way to do this, to get close to Luis and deal with him, is to play Fortin's game and win. The Exhibition of the Brave. A grandiose event celebrating the first task of the Tournament for the Throne. For this exhibition, candidates are to neutralize a dangerous creature disrupting the peace of the nation. Yeah, creature. They didn't say it was a monster, but yeah, a knight-turned kidnapper selling off children, that's definitely got to earn some brownie points there for taking that guy down. They must then bring its head to Port Briohaven in the Principality of Oceania to await judgment of their asset by the masses. The party will have to prepare something spectacular to catch the attention of Louise, who has refused to participate in this mission. And yeah, Louise definitely isn't going to be stupid enough to go and walk out into the open, especially after that little fiasco he pulled at the king's funeral. The curse formula. A diagram of the formula created to cast the curse on the prince. The curse magic is so complex, none of you have been able to undo its tangled weave. The convoluted nature of this spell has led to the belief the spellcaster drew the formula as they composed it. Obtaining and deciphering this formula may enable the curse to be revoked. Considering that Louise is protected by the royal magic and now can't be killed, this is the party's last hope to lift the curse. And I'm pretty sure that Louise is definitely smart enough to have kept the curse formula on him. Yeah, with guys like him, they don't want to get caught on the wrong side of a grift. And of course, he might take it as insurance, and might keep that formula as insurance. And yeah, with our new boy here, Barden, Eliphas Barden, a strapping Rosante warrior serving as captain of the royal guards of Martieria. A man of integrity, his careful and fair judgment is so trusted he's treated as the right-hand man to the Lady of Martieria. He's traveled a great distance to Grand Track to post a bounty for the criminal responsible for an unresolved series of kidnappings around Martieria. And yeah, he's got a portrait, so I'm pretty sure he's going to be important in some way, shape, or form.
I can't forgive that, no, sir.
Oh, too late. All the eye-catching posters are already taken. The bounty need not be a person. If I procure the head of some horrific monster like a human, my family's name will be known to the world in no time. Hold on a moment, please. Isn't betting a monstrosity like that a bit more complicated? Well, anyways, when these guys try to go after a human, yeah, sure, go ahead, see what happens.
Look at that.
Almost all the requests are gone. The only one left worth taking is this bounty for a Heismay, whatever that is. What does Stroll think we gain here? I guess let's take this Heismay one at the window.
True.
If a guard captain is struggling with this bounty, then I say it's the perfect target for us. I don't think many would take it from out from under us, but you may as well grant the request besides. Make it official. You're going to accept that bounty on Heismay, right? Let's go ask the recruiter. Oh, what's a whippersnapper like you doing here? Don't tell me you're actually thinking of participating in the tournament for the throne. Oh, the audacity of you. That's rich. A mere fledgling with no history or experience to speak of as king. The idea makes me sick to my stomach. Oh, well in that case, hold on a second. Let me see if I can clear it up here.
No, thank you.
The ideal leader of this country is a dignified man of great age, with years of experience, and yet upstart skilled children like you and Louise dare to... The only thing that's older than this cadre are his endless complaints. Let's just ignore him and head to the reception desk.
What in the blazes?
Think. A beat-down gauntlet runner like my dad's can't handle much. But if I really want to be king, I gotta go big and nab something that'll stand out in the exhibition. What a bunch of idiots. It's almost laughable. They think they have a shot at becoming king. What a bunch of jokers. Alright, well here comes the punchline. Hey, would it be alright if we accepted the bounty contract for Heismay? Heismay? You sure you can handle that? We can't hold liable if you get yourself killed out there. Of course. You're on one, alright. Either that or you're just green. Head to Martieria. You can probably get more information there.
Let's focus.
Ooh, 100 thou! Let's see. I need to find Brigand and Heismay, a notorious criminal tied to a series of kidnappings in Martieria. Despite his bounty, he's evaded capture, and his true identity remains a mystery.
Let's call it.
Okay, we got the contract. Let's head back to the inn for now. Hey, Hulkenberg, we're going bounty hunting!
No registration issues, I trust?
No, indeed. And we found ourselves a perfect target.
Fine work.
Stroll.
See? She's convinced. Nothing to worry about.
Stroll.
Don't worry about it. I'll prepare a map of the surrounding areas as well. But never mind that. Have you found us a kingly carriage?
Well, I have made some arrangements. How best to put it? The vessel itself is without peer. Supposedly, it will come to us on the day of the opening ceremony.
Supposedly.
You don't sound too sure about that.
No, I'm certain. All I mean to say is, well, you shall soon see for yourself.
Well, under the circumstances, I'll take what we can get. And setting that up in a day. Not so bad having a knight on our side.
You needn't speak so. In truth, I've just resigned from the Knight's Order.
Huh?
Though 'tis only my bond of service I relinquish, not my title. We will shortly be seeking Luis's esteem. Should it come to light that I am a knight in active service, it may jeopardize our efforts.
Still,
right.
You didn't hesitate to leave. I can tell you're serious about this.
It was not an abrupt parting. I've come to doubt the Order since returning to find them serving the Santifex and not the Royals. Those who refused the Church's rule were cast out for their defiance. I only hope those fallen knights found useful employ elsewhere.
Sounds like you've been through a lot too.
Well, in any case, we can focus on our bounty contract now. Let's make sure we get some proper rest tonight.
Alright, well... the opening ceremony for the tournament's tomorrow. We should probably stay inside and rest today. Alright, well, 2 + 2 = go to bed!
Well met, eh?
Hey, will you be staying us in for some time? I'd really like to, but... so you're looking here too, and you're one of us. Well, whatever it is you end up doing, be sure to come and see Maria and Fabian again. Not that it's really my concern, but those two seem to you like a lot. I seem to like you a lot. Yeah. I'll definitely sway by it when I get the chance.
Hey.
I asked Fabian for a map of Martiera, and she gave me the one from Grius' personal effects. It covers all the main roads, and we may have found one in town, but a military map always has more details.
Yeah.
Fabian continues to be our anchor. To pay her back, let's achieve our goals.
Fancy a bit of info?
And nothing about...
Want in on this?
What now?
I might as well save, haven't done so in a bit of a while. Alright, the Church's decree. By the town theocracy's blessing, anyone, whether noble or commoner, can become king if they earn the people's support. The populace is abuzz, but the party's at a loss. The leading candidates are protected by the royal magic, meaning Louise is nigh untouchable. Uncertain of how to save the prince, they fear from Fabian that Maria has gone missing. At the cathedral, a tearful Maria asks why her father had to die. Her sorrow drives home on their purpose, to change the country for the better. And Louise may possess a formula to the curse. The Sanctus Church announces the opening of the tournament for the throne, in which candidates travel between 3 major cities to test their qualifications to be king. In order to get closer to Louise, the boy decides to participate as a candidate. And the Exhibition of the Brave. The first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave, a hunt for a bounty's head. While other candidates rush to hunt monsters, the party hears of a slew of kidnappings in the castle town Martiera. Stroll suggests the party hunt Heisme, a kidnapper in hiding, to set themselves apart. After hearing the heartfelt plea of Barden, Martiera's guard captain, their minds were set. So, yeah, no info for Heisme. So, we're going in blinded. So, it seems like we're going in blind. Awesome.
Hello.
I've decided. I'm traveling to Briohaven. It's much too boring to just spend my days at the inn. I'm going to see that so-called exhibition for myself. Goodbye, Elder. You do well to see the world too someday. Oh, see you up there.
Now then.
Our preparations seem to be proceeding without issue. Well, apart from one massive, overtuned uncertainty. Never mind. Forgive me my mutterings. Just please do not be surprised, no matter what we're presented with. What did you do? What did you get us? Look, whatever. As long as it has at least 4 wheels and something we can pull, it'll work. But I wonder what kind of crowd's going to be at the opening ceremony tomorrow. Thinking about it's got me a little excited.
Don't push yourself too much.
Tomorrow you depart. Maria will surely miss you dearly, so please come back and say hello when you can, even if it's only every once in a while. Alright, well, not much I can do now. I haven't seen Maria since I came back from the recruitment center. Or something's wrong.
What?
Well, best to just leave Maria be for now, I guess.
Good night.
Night.
Can I come in?
Yeah. What's up, kid?
You can't sleep?
No, that's not it. You're all leaving tomorrow, right? I'll be cheering for you. So I just... Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
Look, I ain't gonna say nothing.
It's alright. I won't tell her.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said. And that's what you're all doing too, isn't it? Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
I think I can manage that.
It's a promise.
All right. Promise? The next time I see you again, can you tell me more about the outside world?
This one's important.
Alright, promising returns. Maria's waiting for us to return home and regale her with tales of the strange and distant places we visit. Alright. I'll make sure to keep a journal so I don't forget.
I never got a chance to say this to Papa. So, thank you. I'll go to bed now.
Captain, may I have a moment?
Good night.
Night. Oh, I just want to give her a hug so badly. She has been through a lot of crap.
I was hoping for a chance to speak before we set out. Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now, you risk your very life for this cause. 'Tis no easy burden. It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
Look, hey, that tells me you're committed to the job, but I'd rather have that than somebody who's half-assing it.
You truly are devoted to him, aren't you?
I suppose I am at that. A guiding oath of 12 years is not easily cast aside. But that book, we met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
Yep. You mean when you got me thrown out?
I remember your stunt getting me flung in the wastes.
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties, one way or another. So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see a utopian novel these days. I'd thought them long since banned. You needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their contents. Yet I wonder, how could a simple book have possibly stung them so? Do you mind if I read a passage or two?
Yeah, that's because the church doesn't want people thinking outside their doctrine. Simple as.
So, it is a fiction written as if a personal account. This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader is decided. In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without the consent of the people. Those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country. Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people. In this way, it is the people who are the land's true king. Quite the opposite of our own country. Now I see why our upper echelons would abolish such texts.
Now you're
Had
getting
our
it.
lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate. No. As a knight, 'tis not my place to say. I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good. Oh, I suppose 'tis not so bad to dream now and then. It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is the purpose of this newfound strength. My dearest dream. 'Tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my life. Nothing more.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Oh, now who's this?
Judah!
Lady Juna!
Faraway sky, blue and clear. Echo my wish, so that all may hear. One and all born to this land, as here we stand. Let us greet the rising dawn, hand in hand. Faraway sky, blue and white. Faraway sky so clear. Let life be let my wish echo. Far beyond the
And she was auto-tuned! Anna, who is this?
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of the Tournament for the Throne! For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78th Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden!
Victory to Sanctifex Forden!
I claim no great ambition.
Bullshit!
Nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Make Uchronia great again!
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Giddo!
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly.
But what are you bothering with this for?
But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctus have in this race?
An entire stable.
Still, it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Friar! Where's Count Louise?
As if on cue.
All right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering? Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right, all right. For those Count Luis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Gladel, the Black Hound.
Oh, this idiot's working for Luis.
Him? So he was one of Luis's men.
The fallen king embraced Sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power!
Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. By war, by conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Kraus. In it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Kaden. Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life, it's Loveless O'Shea.
A hippie? What the hell?
Lifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Oh, wow, what the hell?
If we lose this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate. Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
Hello, right down here. Hi, buddy. Hello.
An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
Oh, my adoring public. Your boost mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer.
Arrived. And if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Hey! What's going on?
That nitwit! What is he doing?
So, contestants, are you ready?
What is that? What's going on?
Last, I say! Wait! Found your behave!
What the crap is that?
A land runner?
It's quick! Wait, it's headed right for the...
It'll crash!
Whoa!
Smooth.
What the heck is that?
Wonderful. So much for a first impression.
What the hell? Isn't he a marvel, chums?
You don't! You nearly brought down the cathedral!
Have a care, you fool. It was bad enough when Luis did it the first time.
That feckless, shameless old fool!
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all. Right! I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go! Prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin!
We must take to the road.
Come on, come on!
All right, coming.
So fast! Better hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
It's incredible!
All right, folks, we are off to the races. I ended up standing out more than I expected. I gained a lot of interest, but I only consider this a part of my mission to aid the prince.
Just a sec.
Whoa, what's with this thing? Is this our carriage? Yeah, so we got ourselves a Land Runner and our own personal Sid. So, Hulkenberg, how'd you manage to pull this off?
Can you hear me?
Shall I just run along the main road then? The others seem to be doing as much. You're just as crazy as this runner. A good kind of crazy. I like this guy. Okay, buddy, get her fast, get her close, and get her roaring like a tiger. I'll take the compliment, little lady. Now let's have some coordinates for a little test run. What is happening right now? Action! That's what's happening.
Let's see.
We want to go to a place called Martrea Old Castletown, I think. Should be a way south.
Let's see.
Let us hurry.
This place here.
Alright, let's see. Martrea, Old Castletown. A city on the main road between Grand Strata and Port Breelhaven. The old castle looming over the city center is an incredible sight to behold.
Wow!
Yeah, okay. Martrea, here it is. Down to Martira, eh? On this craft lays, well, I'd say that'll be 4 days, 3 nights about. Alright, you got like 3 days and 2.5 nights.
Oh.
4 days and 3 nights. That's a great deal faster than a carriage, and surely the roads will be safer at that kind of speed.
Spectacular.
Bally good. Now cinch those blinches, chaps. Full steam ahead to Martira Old Castletown. Give her the gas, Grandpa.
This is amazing! I don't know a thing about gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a craft. I can hardly believe she's ours to drive.
You're telling me that? Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road. This girl's been waiting long enough for her time to shine.
So this is what you used to talk with the driver? Convenient, that. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay you.
Money? Ha! I'm not in this for the money, boy. What I want is a little gusto. What do you think, lad? Isn't this a rush?
It is at that. Like riding the wind.
That's the ticket. It's been so long since I've had a good chinwag.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Oh, this is awesome. This is several kinds of awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You've a good head on your shoulders, boy. Yes, I can tell you're a sharp one. Where to, ladies? The world is our shellfish.
You certainly are a different person behind the wheel.
Oh, he's one of those.
Hulkenberg, can we get an explanation yet?
That man is Neurus. An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite everything, he was heir to a noble house and personal machinist for the royal family.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit excitable.
Oh, flashbacks. Alright, so let's see what this Neurus guy's all about. So, how do you know what...
Are you there? I'm coming in.
Alright, so yeah, how'd you arrange to go and meet up with this guy?
Even amidst all this commotion in town, I find you buried in your work.
It's too much to do.
As always. To business then. I must ask a favor. Would you be able to ready a carriage for me?
No new commissions, no time for them. Ask another right.
It is not a new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, did you not accept a contract to build him a custom carriage? Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might borrow it a short while.
But, pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use and naught else.
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking without a grave need. Might I at least see it?
I mean, well,
'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it! Off with you now! Leave me be!
You've been acting stranger than usual. What ails you?
Whoa!
Oh, whoa!
Good God.
Oh, is that my baby? That is my baby. And she's a purty one.
A gauntlet runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince? Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. Oh, Neuros, you are an inspiration. Such nobility of purpose.
Yes. Right.
Uh-huh. Nobility, sure.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, it is rather excessive, isn't it?
No such thing.
Really built this vehicle exactly to their orders?
Hey, going above and beyond.
Cannot mean.
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exactly. But then His Highness died, and... well, I couldn't just let the old girl waste away. A masterpiece like her? Collecting dust in storage? No! Unacceptable! Unthinkable!
Unconscionable!
I'm working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through. And then, finally...
You imbecile!
Eh?
A lowly, brazen court engineer, butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this mania! You embezzled the royal treasury and disrespected his legacy! Treason!
Mercy, please! Look, take my head if you must, milady. But leave the Balliol runner alone.
Look, this runner... it is fully operational now, is it? Then I suggest you cooperate. For both our sakes. Finish your tinkering by tomorrow and bring it to the Grand Cathedral as soon as you can.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the proud soldier at me and then pluck it for your own schemes?
'Tis no scheme. I would use it for His Highness's sake.
For His Highness, eh? Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? Wandering across God knows where, last I heard. So if you're back now and now you want a gauntlet runner for His Highness? Is His Highness still alive?
Oh, he's a sharp one.
I've got you, haven't I?
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists. The time has come to repay His mercy.
Understood.
Oh, so yeah, he definitely owes him one.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle an undercover operation?
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the royal family.
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not to brag, but this old duck's craft might be the fastest gauntlet runner in the kingdom. Why, probably the world. I think. Maybe.
Possibly.
All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world. And you? Well, I presume you'd rather work together than have to walk, eh?
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
Personally, I think a landmine handles pressure better than this guy, but, well, hey. If we die, we're going together. Besides, if his whole embezzling thing gets out, yeah, it'll be fried chicken.
Well, If we die, we all die together.
Ha! The boy's bold as brass.
Tis not an invitation, you dolt. Eyes on the road.
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices. We're all in the same boat. Or runner, I guess.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and grease work. Just make sure you've got a proper plan for all this mess now.
This guy's got no filter. But he has a point. We do need to talk strategy.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better. Our destination is Port Brialhaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off children. Right?
A criminal? Did the task not specify a monster's head?
Yeah, a monster, but not a
All
beast.
part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing. We just need to get Luis's attention.
Huh?
Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon.
Ooh.
A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows them we're there for justice.
But to deliberately violate the rules, we risk being disqualified entirely. Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention and thereby Luis's. I do understand the intent. What do you think of this plan?
It's perfect. And yeah, again, the entire point of this whole damn thing is to get Luis's attention. And yeah, what better way to stand out for the crowd? I mean, yeah, the guy believes in meritocracy, so yeah. And Elda showing up with a notorious criminal while everybody else shows up with a run-of-the-mill monster. It's perfect.
I think it's a perfect idea.
Makes sense, doesn't it? The bounty's Heisme, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back...
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet, 'tis strange indeed that we are hunting a mere man when the trial demands a monster. Then again, our true aim is beyond the ambitions of any other aspirant. Our fate rests in this plan of yours, Stroll.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust isn't misplaced.
I mean, hey, he's come through before, hasn't he?
Righto. Then our course is set. Feel free to use anything in the gauntlet runner. Even got a bathing room if you could use a wash.
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly later.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out before we arrive.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever you're going for your sake and mine. After all, the wilds out there are no fairy picnic. Oh no. It's a den of wild beasts and savage scoundrels. And I'll not get past it without days on the road together. So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the cockpit or the engine room.
He's certainly an eccentric, but he doesn't seem like a bad person. We'll get used to him, I suppose.
I'd rather take an eccentric little wallflower any day. The Gauntlet Runner. The Gauntlet Runner has various areas for different activities, such as the strategy room, the lounge, and the kitchen. You can also visit Academia by finding Boar and interacting with him. Let's visit the engine room first. Take your time and have a look around on your way there.
Oh, yeah?
Never been in a Gauntlet Runner. Kinda want to see what the engine room's like. This is my ship, my ship, my ship!
So?
You have to wash your dishes properly, but being that water is a precious resource, that actually goes double. As it has on Eurus' secret stash. Ooh! Ah, a little engine fuel to keep the midnight oil burning, eh? Oh, no, this is a burial ship. There's some sort of strange device wrapped in cloth. Looks like one of Eurus' inventions in the making. A lot of books. Yep, no, mess cleaned up. No. The man's got his, the man has his, has everything set up his way. Trust me, believe me, I know guys, I basically am a guy like this. Yeah, this mess is a organized mess. He's got it in his own system, so if you mess with it, then, yeah, see what happens. Alright, well, we got ourselves a whole gauntlet runner to explore and a whole lot of exposition to delve into, so gonna call it a day. Till next time, folks, this is David on David's Brain. This is quite the gauntlet runner, though the driver makes me a little nervous. You'll get used to him. Anyways, till next time, folks, this is David on David's Brain. See you when I see ya. Bye-bye.